Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. 2022 is here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy that you stumbled upon my video. My name's Nicole Johnson and I'm a professional makeup artist. I'm here to share all of my tips and tricks for mature women. And if you are a existing long-term subscriber, viewer, part of my community, welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here. So today, before I get into the video on the 3 things that you can do that instantly make you more attractive and it doesn't cost you anything, I just want to kind of update you. You're obviously seeing a new little set going on here, right? Lots of pink, my peonies, just fresh, ladies. I did a blog post for you this week and it was called Seeing 2022 Through Rose-Colored Glasses. That's just my vibe. That's just what I want to do. I am manifesting certain things. I have certain professional goals, personal goals, working very, very hard on mental wellness, etc. So I was thinking, I introduced you to the Beauty Cabana in 2021 in January. I loved it. It was like the very Palm Beachy feel. I was actually in a different space, and then we're doing massive renovations on our house and studio and everything. Everything's happening at once. So I had moved that into this space, and then during the year I would feel like, oh, is it too busy because it's in a smaller space? And I was like, oh, I don't know. Oh, I feel a little like that song from Guns N' Roses. I kind of felt like, welcome to the jungle. Like every time I came in, I was like, oh my gosh, like I kind of feel like it's like just like a lot. And then at the latter part during the holiday season and everything, I almost felt like I was like trying to survive. I'm like, I feel like I'm in Lord of the Flies. Like, I feel like I'm like deep down into the jungle trying to make my way out. So I felt like I really needed a fresh start. I needed pink. I needed feminine. I needed just when you come on my channel, you're going to have a certain vibe. You know, you can drink your rosé tea. I've shown you my favorite rosé tea, or you can have a glass of rosé or rosé champagne or a rosé elixir, which I have, I put it into, it's called rosé, it's called rose nectar. And one of my followers told me about it and I bought it. I have it. It was on auto ship recently. And I put it in my water every morning. It gives great digestion. It raises your vibration. You know, I'm all about that. So anyway, I just wanted you to know why we have a new set. It's all about it's just really about what you want to concentrate on this year. I am tired of 2020 and 2021 and all of what that had and that heaviness. And I have no more capacity, ladies. Like, I have things to do. I have beauty to create with you. Like, I can't do that if I'm like focused in on all of the negativity. I just can't do it. I have to be able to channel into a different mode. I am fully aware of what's going on. So don't get me wrong. I'm not like putting my head into a big rose and saying, oh, does smell good though. Oh, I just can't. No, I know exactly what's going on, but I'm choosing to show up and to give you a certain energy every single week, Mondays and Fridays. That is my intention. So let's get into the video. So the first thing you can do to be instantly more attractive is to be kind. And I know that this is like, it's so obvious, right? But it's actually very hard, especially now for people. I mean, you can just look around and you're like, wow, whoa. There was a t-shirt, a company sent me their catalog recently when I was in the studio and I was looking through it and it had a t-shirt and I put it on Instagram and it had a t-shirt of like a gas tank, right? Like full and empty. And it had below it patience and the needle was on empty. And I'm like, basically the whole world right now, like no one has any patience. No one's really being kind to each other. I'm not saying you have to go and like, you know, buy the person behind you at Starbucks coffee, which I always think is amazing. It just really gives off good vibes for you and your day and the next person. Is so unexpected, but just being kind to people, saying hello to somebody, smiling, you know, helping someone with the door. I mean, little things, ladies, think about that. And we're all carrying certain baggage during the day, but it's also very nice to really be able to be kind to people and to show love and to show caring. And it's so scarce right now. And I think that's just such a great way to be more attractive. You are going to attract more people by being kind to people. And it shouldn't be something that's like, oh, I have to, you know, it should be something that comes naturally and that you want to do. So that is my first point. My second tip is positivity. And I think that positivity gets a bad rap when people are like, oh, just think positive or just be positive or just be. I get it. Like, it's not, you can't just be positive, or you can't just think positive thoughts. Like, I think that really turns people off. I think working on yourself and figuring out where your weaknesses are, like if you are a negative thought processor, like I've told you this before, I'm not like super positive all the time. Like, I definitely struggle with, I know this because I'll walk into the studio and I'll say something to the girls. I'll be struggling with something, or I'll say something, about something, and they'll say, well, at least you have this, or at least this, they'll spin it to, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just walked in and was like so negative. So figuring out where your weakness is and saying, you know what, I'm going to change that, or I'm going to read a book. I'm reading Atomic Habits right now. Amazing. I love reading. I love the self-help section. I have since like high school. And that was when it was like, no one wanted to be in the self-help. Like, there was something wrong with you if you're in the self-help. But I loved being there because I was like, there's so much knowledge. Like, I can figure everything out. That's what I always love to do. I want to figure things out. Okay, I do this. I don't want to do that anymore. How do I make myself better? How do I work on my mental attitude? How do I work on my mental thoughts? How do I change my habits? These are really important things because that will bring you to being a more positive person. What does a positive person look like to you, or what do they do? Start structuring your days off of that. Like, how, you know what, a positive person in my mind wouldn't do that, or wouldn't act like that, or wouldn't think like that, or they wouldn't be doing the same habits that you really want to change. So if that makes sense to you, really try to figure out how in your life and how that carves out for you of being positive. Because I don't think you can blanket everyone with just being positive. I think that you have to figure out what kind of attitude you want to have and how you want to proceed, and proceed with those intentions. I really want to be, I really want to have a morning routine. How do I do that? How do really successful people have a morning routine? Oh, that changes their whole attitude towards the day. Oh, that really sets them up for success. How do I do that? Okay, there's books on that. There's a podcast on that. There's blogs on that. There's so many different tools for you to figure things out to get you out of that dark space, or changing your habits. It could be just tweaking your habits a little bit. You want to be the person that comes in that makes people feel good, that you leave and they're like, oh, I feel so much better. Oh, wow, what great energy. That's a really big thing. That is such my big intention for this year, is like, how are you making people feel? Are you making them feel good and positive? Or are you making, oh God, wow, she just like dropped all this like bad energy? Because there is such a thing as energy. When you walk in, everyone's energy. So being positive is going to change your life, meaning your habits, the things you implement into your life, that is going to be the positive change, and it's going to radiate around you.
Which goes better, the silver chain or the pearls?
The chain. An amateur's mistake. Can't you see that the chain accentuates the many folds of that turkey-like neck?
Well, that may be, but the pearls draw attention to the non-existent bosom.
Yes, but the chain leads the eye even lower to that huge spare tire, jutting out over those square, manly hips.
Why don't I just wear a sign that says, too ugly to live?
Fine, but what are you going to hang it from, the chain or the pearl?
Neither. I'm going to spray paint it on my hump.
And having a sense of humor, ladies, that makes you so attractive. People want to be around funny people. People want to be around someone that doesn't take themselves so seriously. I have experimented with TikTok and found a totally different platform for my personality. I mean, you see me one way on YouTube and Instagram and in stills and things like that, but you don't really get to see a personality. So when I did like my Golden Girls, like it's always a challenge for me because I'm like, can I do two characters? Can I film two characters? Okay, and I did that and I was like, oh, I feel so accomplished. Then I was like, I've been wanting to do the Golden Girls. I want to do 3 different characters. Can I do it? I have wigs, this, that, whatever. I got to embody it. I think I'm going back to my acting days of all of that. But it's just so much fun to have humor and not to take yourself so seriously. Are my videos perfect? No, but that's not the point. They're not supposed to be perfect. Have a sense of humor. Be able to take yourself not so seriously. Like if I took myself really seriously, I would never post like half the stuff I post on TikTok and stuff, because I would probably analyze it and be like, oh, this, and people are going to think, who cares?
You have something on your face.
Like an eyelash?
No, like dirt and mud, I think.
Oh,
It's my contour makeup.
You look like you're in Broadway's The Lion King.
I know, but it looks really good in pictures.
Have a sense of humor. Laughter is so contagious. It's so healthy. Laughter is medicine. We know that. Humor, I mean, I've been having, that's I think why I like it. I don't like making more content or putting more on my plate, but I have such a fun time like doing it. And then I'll laugh, I'll laugh about like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Or, oh my gosh, I pulled it off. Or that was really fun. Or whatever it is, find something, some outlet that gives you humor, that gives you that space to be able to be free and to laugh and to be like, oh, you know what, this is, I really enjoy this. Like, I think we've missed out on laughing a lot the last 2 years, and it's so important. It keeps you young, it keeps you healthy. There's so many great benefits, and it'll make you so much more attractive. So these 3 things, ladies, are free. They're just you working on yourself. You're being kind, you're being positive, meaning your habits and what have you, and then you are having a sense of humor. So let's get into this 2022, just really, excited about the possibilities. I'm so excited to feature all of my ladies for Fierce Aging. I know they give you so much inspiration. They give me inspiration, and I'm just thrilled. I have a new set, we have a new vibe, and we're really gonna have fun this year together. So until my next video, I'll see you later.